everybody. Welcome back to NextTimeOn, where we are doing chapter narrations of Kagurabachi, and today we are on chapter 125. If you like Kagurabachi as much as I do, make sure to like and comment down below. It helps with the algorithm. And if you're a fan of the narrations, hit the subscribe button. Stay tuned for future stuff. Anyways, let's get into today's episode. And it looks like we start off with the head of one of the Mikaboshi that came during the Irishima talks. Let's see. Looks like we have a doctor here. The Mikaboshi have tremendous life force. However, I don't see how that alone could let them adapt to the immense power of the Datenseki. We get a little flashback to the prince. Our ancestors prayed fervently. Back to the doctor. When the Mikaboshi speak of prayer, oh well, in all of these texts, from what I glean, in order to possess the power of the Datenseki, the Mikaboshi paid an immense human toll. I would say so. Anything we have that's written could be misinformation relayed by the Soga clan. The truth is unclear, but you've seen it yourselves. The fate that awaits those who channel spirit energy into the Datenseki, it is our god. It's undeniable. Originally, the Datenseki was something humans were never meant to touch. Forbidden fruit. Alright, and with that we have the title of today's chapter. Chapter 125 is titled Smelting. Tatara smelting is the technique that produces tamahagane, an extremely high quality steel with very few impurities. It's the raw material used to make Japanese katana. Huh. I wonder if that's true. Let's find out. Okay, and it appears that that is actually fact. I'm sure a lot of you guys actually knew that already. I did not, so I looked it up, and it is the truth. So, cool. The supple strength of the tamahagane derives from the semi-fusion state in which the carbon isn't even melted throughout the material. This delicate irregularity is impossible to reproduce even with the most cutting-edge smelting technology. For 3 days and nights, the artisans manually feed iron sand and charcoal into a clay furnace while aerating it with a bellows. Only this ancient method can produce tamahagane. Alright, we got some nice artwork here. Don't forget he's with Subaru. This is going to be sick. March 27th. It is noon. 7 hours after beginning the bellowing process. And it looks like we have somebody walking up to the house. Mr. Joji. The look on Subaru's face. I know I did that backwards, but still. Stop at once! Even if Mr. Hasumi is willing to overlook this, I won't stand for it. You're that guy from the other day. How'd you find this place? Urita-sensei. I asked around and the trail of information led me here. I'm in a leadership role at the lab, so I had a bit of a head start. But you'll have more visitors from HQ any minute now. They won't be as patient as me. Stop while you still can. Where's the Datenseki? We pulverized it. Huh? Tatara is the first step in forging. Traditionally, we use coal and iron sand. Wait a second. I'm confused. Are there two Subaru right now? However, to use iron ore, you have to start by crushing it into fine particles, like sand. Why? Yo, now there are 3 of them. Oh, there are so... Why are there so many of you, Urita-sensei? I guess we're gonna find out here. And this voice is hard as hell to do, so I'm probably not doing it after this episode. Or after this chapter. Kills my throat. At Sushi Subaru, there's a legend that the master chef takes sushi, takes orders, washes dishes, and does deliveries, all at the same time. The answer's simple. My sorcery is multiplication. The tatara process requires many hands. I'm uniquely suited to the job. Or his voice is changing all the time. I'm sorry, I am bad at remembering the shit. Mr. Joji. Yeah, I get it. This is a crazy stunt to save Princess Chiaki. But you know very well that Princess Chiaki's prophecy also touched on the Enchanted Blade plan. She warned that smelting the Datenseki was dangerous. She saw a colossal accident. What if the explosion reaches the city? At this state, you're heading down the path the prophecy warned against. This is exactly what Princess Chiaki didn't want. I get how you feel, Mr. Hasumi too, but it won't reach the city. The point of the prophecies is that the people involved could make choices to preempt them, right? That's why you need to stop! We'll just adapt our approach. We aren't smelting the Datenseki by itself. We're mixing it with approximately 10 times as much pebbled magnetite in the furnace. Pebbled what? Like steel lumps. Pebbled magnetite is an iron ore that has a good yield, and it's way easier to smelt than iron sand. We're infusing the Datenseki into a large quantity of pebbled magnetite. With the Datenseki reduced to fine grains that aren't densely clustered together, the effect of each individual particle is weakened. If there's an explosion, the force will dissipate. The shockwaves won't exceed a radius of 200-300 meters. Only we would die. Apparently, his eyes are covered by a special membrane. Because swordsmiths are constantly staring into hot flames with their naked eyes, many lose their eyelashes. His eyes regenerate. They get burned by the heat and then they heal as the time repeats. His eyesight gets stronger, much like how muscles grow stronger through the process of damaging and healing the muscle fibers. So, his eyes get better the more he looks at fire? Yeah, he was born to forge katana. Yeah, but still, that doesn't change the fact that this is dangerous. When you heat the Datenseki, its particles get more and more active as the temperature rises. At around 1,000 degrees, it reaches its limit and explodes. But if we vary the rate by which we raise the temperature, we can throw off the particle's rhythm. By raising the temperature slowly, while suppressing the activity of the particles, it should be possible to reach the iron ore's fusion temperature without triggering an explosion. With tatara smelting, it's possible. Wait, are you seriously convinced by this half-baked reasoning? Not exactly. I'm convinced by his talent. It's not merely his God-given gifts. He can actually see the particles themselves. It's the fruit of many long hours sitting in front of those flames. Let's see what you can do. Practice of tatara predates thermometers. As they work with the materials, the artisans are attuned to the fluctuations in the color and shape of the flames, the sound of the fire, the smells, the heat. They adapt the force of the bellows and the quantity and timing of the coal and iron sand supply through precise observation. The temperature on the furnace is already over 1,200. It's over 9,000. Sorry guys, couldn't resist. It's over 1,000 and hasn't exploded? It could explode at any moment. Everything's riding on Rokuhira's talent. If you're concerned for your life, you should go. We're not working with fancy smelting theory and formulas. We're going on experience, feel, and our 5 senses. Man versus materials. Yo, that is the name of today's episode. Man versus materials. I dig it. And that right there is the thumbnail. Oh, so nice. God, that's so nice. I love it. It looks so sick. There's the first Noro. Noro. Noro is the slag of impurities expelled from the steel during smelting. It's evidence that the steel is purifying. This is just the beginning. Now, we tame the gods. Hey, and the Subarus look happy as hell. Yo, that was good. That was a really good chapter. Not a lot of action, but I love seeing them, like, actually making the ore or coming up with a process of how they're going to craft the blades. I'm going to assume that the next couple chapters are actually going to be like the births of the katana and maybe the selection process for who gets them. I'm so excited to see how this goes. Anyways, guys, my name is Damon. If you guys like Kagurabachi as much as I do, please like and comment down below. It helps with the algorithm. If you like the chapter narrations, hit the subscribe button, and you guys won't miss out on future content and updates. Until then, I'll see you guys next time on.